Not long ago, on an ordinary Tuesday afternoon, I checked my screen time without thinking. Half the day had passed, and I had already spent 4 hours on my phone. 4 hours. Nothing meaningful had happened. Just endless scrolling, short videos, checking social media, and then scrolling again. If you've ever reached for your phone the moment you close your eyes at night, if you can't sit through a meal without picking it up, if you check notifications every few minutes even when you know nothing important is there, then this video is for you. We are not weak. We simply haven't realized that we are participating in one of the most successful attention hijackings in history. Let's start by facing an uncomfortable truth. When people talk about phone addiction today, the common solutions are setting time limits, turning on grayscale mode, or deleting apps. Do these help? In the short term, yes. That they are treating symptoms, not the root cause. Turning your screen gray is like silencing an alarm. You no longer hear the noise, but the problem is still there. Deleting apps is like hiding a drug. The craving remains inside you. It's like a leaking pipe in your house. You keep wiping the water off the floor, but you never fix the pipe. You could wipe forever and never solve it. Some people say you just need more willpower. But willpower is a limited resource. Once it's depleted, it's gone. Fighting dopamine-driven systems with willpower is like using a paper towel to stop a flood. You are not competing with your phone. You are competing with thousands of engineers whose full-time job is to keep you scrolling. You will not win that battle with discipline alone. To understand this, we need to look deeper. From an ontological perspective, phone addiction is not about the device. It is about your relationship with the present moment. You scroll because you cannot tolerate stillness. The phone is not the problem. Your discomfort with silence is. When was the last time you sat quietly and did nothing? Not watching, not listening, not reading, just sitting. If you can't remember, it may mean your sense of being has been deeply eroded. From an epistemological perspective, the issue is not what you know, but how you know it. You already know that excessive phone use is harmful. That knowledge has not become inner awareness. The ancient Greeks had a word, nous, the inner faculty that perceives truth. When it is asleep, your actions are driven by impulse, not insight. Think of jazz music. The beauty is not only in the notes, but in the silence between them. Great musicians know that when not to play is just as important as when to play. Your life works the same way. Its value is not in how much you fill every moment, but in your ability to be at ease in the empty spaces. Phone addiction is, at its core, the loss of that ability. You fill every second with noise because silence forces you to face yourself. So what you need is not more willpower, but the ability to reclaim silence. There is an ancient practice that speaks directly to this. In the 4th century, the Desert Fathers withdrew into the Egyptian wilderness. Not because they hated the world, but because they understood something we have forgotten. Only in silence can the soul hear truth. Anthony the Great once said, "Whoever dwells in the desert is freed from 3 battles: hearing, speaking, and seeing." Notice this carefully. He did not say avoid technology. He spoke about freedom from noise, action, and distraction. The problem is not the tool, but our disconnection from inner stillness. Modern digital detox is external. Delete apps, switch devices, go offline for a few days. It helps, but only temporarily. Ancient silence is internal. No matter where you are, no matter how noisy the world becomes, you remain still within. That is a permanent solution. Now let's make this practical. I call this the silence model. Not by accident. Surrender. Admit that willpower alone is not enough. This is not weakness. It is the beginning of honesty. Intention. Before you pick up your phone each morning, ask yourself why. Use it with purpose, not by default. Limiting. Don't just limit time. Limit context. Only use your phone in specific situations. Context shapes behavior more powerfully than time. Experiencing. When the urge arises, pause. Feel it. Where is it in your body? What are you trying to avoid? Notice. Practice awareness in ordinary moments. Eat while eating. Walk while walking. Break the autopilot. Connecting. When you want to scroll, connect with a real person instead. Not through a screen, but face to face. Embracing. Embrace boredom. Embrace silence. Embrace not knowing. When you no longer fear emptiness, the phone loses its power. Let's bring this into your life today. Tonight, Put your phone in another room before you sleep. Not on silent, not on airplane mode, physically away from you. Tomorrow morning, replace your first scroll with 10 minutes of silence. Sit, breathe, and observe your thoughts without following them. And choose 1 hour today to be completely phone-free. Eat a meal without distraction. Taste the food. Feel the moment. Before you subscribe, ask yourself honestly, do I truly want to change, or do I just want something that makes me feel better for a moment? My friend, your phone is not your enemy. Your fear of silence is. If your first reaction to 10 minutes of silence is I can't do that, then that is exactly why you need it. The deserved fathers had no technology, no social media, no endless stimulation. But they had something we have lost: the ability to be at peace with themselves. They could sit in silence and feel whole, not because they were special, but because they trained their inner world. And so can you. Glory be to Jesus Christ.